Hello, everyone. Welcome to our official and first podcast of Daily Grind. Welcome to 2026. Hope you are enjoying the year. Hope you're having a great time. As you set those New Year resolutions, make sure you add watching or tuning into Daily Grind onto your New Year resolutions because it's definitely the hottest, the dopest, and coolest show around town. Definitely, my name is Hussein Kabogoza, your lovely host on this show. And when you see me, you definitely have some beautiful ladies besides me. So let them introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariam Shani and I'm going to be part of this talk show. Hope we enjoy with you guys. Keeping up.
Hi everyone, it's Nawati per usual.
So, today's topic, everyone literally thinks they know so much about it. Everyone thinks they are well grounded. But definitely, as Daily Grind, we are going to break down a very sensitive topic today. And we are going to be discussing mental health. What is mental health? Many people out there think that mental health is if you're not mentally fine, you're probably running mad on the streets. But we are going to really kill that stereotype today, discuss what mental health is, how to preserve your mental health, and what tips you can have to make sure that you're always in that best state of mind. But before I go any further, Mariam, what do you think mental health is?
I feel like mental health is a very wide thing, but to my perspective, I will take mental health to be defined as a state of where you can clearly think. Secondly, a state where you can manage your emotions. Thirdly, a state where you can make decisions that you feel like are very useful for your life, and even that you feel like are going to push you to the best of your life. That's what I can say about mental health.
Okay, Rashida, what do you think?
Oh my god, this is so amazing. Mental health, my dear teens, on a low-key, mental health is how you feel, react, and balance everything around you. Balance school life, home, pressure, talent, and everything. That's what mental health is.
So I also think mental health is not entirely about stress. I have too much workload. I have too much notes, because definitely we go through stressful times in schools. Honestly, sometimes you feel like, I should drop out already.
Exactly.
But what I think mental health is as an individual is, are you fine? Are you feeling yourself?
Have they
Can you
asked
behave
themselves
right?
if they are fine?
So definitely in the comment section, we shall be looking out for the definition of mental health from our lovely viewers. So diving into something else. So Mariam, what things show that someone's mental health is at stake?
The first thing is extreme mood swings. There is a state where you're going to have these mood swings and you feel like everything around you is very bad, and you feel like you don't want to be next to anything, you feel like you don't want to speak to anyone, you feel like you want your space, which is not good because you're going to start thinking a lot of things, and in most cases these things are terrible. The second sign that you are not managing your mental health well is that you would withdraw off from your friends.
Yeah,
You would
true,
withdraw and stop speaking to people, stop going to parties with your friends, stop visiting them. If you used to have this discussion group, you will stop going for that
Feel
discussion.
like you hate everyone.
You will feel like you hate everyone, and you segregate yourself, stay alone, read alone, and feel like you can manage the world alone individually, and which is not right. But we shall get to that step.
So Mariam, do you mean to say that people that set their New Year resolutions to, I'm cutting this one off, they're
You
not
have-
mentally fine?
You're not thinking clearly.
No,
You're not thinking clearly.
this is
Because
something else, Mariam.
the definition you get from mental health is that you're supposed to be able to think clearly about your future. About your future.
Yes, if I make goals, then I'm thinking.
Yeah, because
If
what's
you
wrong
cut
with
me off
cutting people off?
And
Sometimes you feel like
and I'm
people
the
are doing things that are not
Exactly.
worth having. Us, and we have to cut them off.
Ah. everyone
But-
has a role in your life.
Okay, Rashida,
Okay, we
what
shall
do you
get through
think are the
that.
signs that someone is really, their mental health is at
Oh my
risk?
god, I'll begin with the most common one. It's feeling like you lose self-worth. You feel like you don't want yourself. You feel like life is not worth it. You hate yourself. You feel like however much you do something, things won't get better. That comes as a result of you not believing in yourself. You put yourself at the lowest, and you feel like I'm just okay, let me say hopeless, but no one is hopeless. So just think through it.
So I also have like two reasons, two things that show that you're not mentally fine. I think the first, as a high school student, like your academics start dropping slowly by slowly.
Yeah, true.
It shows signs because you know academics are games of the mind. Yeah, the mind contributes too much to the academics. So the moment you're overdropping in your academics and you actually don't know why, that is one sign that actually you are not fine. But also, we also have situations in schools where kids want to commit suicide.
I know.
Self-harm.
And those things
Right?
are too true. Actually,
They
I've
actually
noticed.
happen.
So
Parents should be
please,
aware about
please,
that.
our
things
dear
happen.
viewers, do not mock people that feel like, okay, I'm not fitting into the society.
Yeah, true.
I'm not feeling fine. Probably I should kill myself. Those people are not mentally fine in terms
And you
of
know,
mental health.
by the state someone feels like they have the ability and worth to kill themselves, I think they've seen a lot and,
they are
feel
their
like,
last
yeah, they're their
points.
last. Oh my god, that's so sad by the way.
That's very sad.
Hi guys, on health tips, I'm just going to give you a few things ladies should do just to keep up themselves onto point, due to the fact that you know we are in the Gen Z world and you have to look all nice and things. The health first tip I'm going to give you is that you need to hydrate your body. You need to take a lot of water. For the ladies, this is very important for your skin. This is very important for your body and stuff when it comes to, you know, excreting and other things. The second thing, please try to, you know, move, try to, you know, do some exercise, try to, you know, sing. Exercise does not specifically mean that you have to stand up and walk. It may specifically look like, you know, you singing, you know, you doing things that make your body, you know, excrete. And yeah, the other thing I'm going to give you is that you need to check on your diet. What I mean is that abamulyanyo, don't eat a lot. Like, are you dying tomorrow? You have to, you know, mind about the shape you're having onto your body. You know, people say that appearance is not all that we need to judge people. But yeah, we do need appearance to judge you. There is no way, I'm not going to body shame, but you know, you should be aware about your diet and you should eat what is enough for you. I beg to rest. Nice time.
So hi everybody, welcome to the part where we get to talk about your rights as a student, because it is very important for you to know your rights. So in today's pocket, we've got the right not to be subjected to corporal punishment or to degrading discipline. So here I necessarily mean that legally you should not be embarrassed in the name of being disciplined. It also means things like caning, beating, all those things that can necessarily cause physical assault or anything like that are not allowed. But if you want to necessarily check it out and necessarily confirm it, you can look into the Ugandan law. We have the Children's Act that talks about how children should be treated and the rights that necessarily children have. But also we have international law, we have the African Charter, all those doctrines that talk about the rights that you have as a child and to be protected from corporal punishment. I'm not going to spend so much time interpreting legal doctrines and all, but just to keep you informed, you have a right to be free from legal and from corporal punishment. That means every disciplinary measure should not be harmful to you as a child, should not be demeaning, and it should preserve your dignity as an individual. If you want to know more about it, we can talk about it in comment section. If you want to know more about it, you can research about it. Welcome back from that lovely Know Your Rights session. I think by now you know the limits that a slap should have or a cane from the school administration. But definitely we have to advance with this lovely conversation about mental health. And as we go further, I would like to know from Mariam. So why is mental health that important?
Mental health is so important because one, without mental health, you're not going to be able to perform academically to the best of what you expect. In this, I mean that if you have that clear mindset, if you have that way of controlling your, you know, your programs, of controlling what you're supposed to do, you will then be so focused on what you want and achieving that specific goal. The second thing is emotions. When you have that good mental health, when you are mentally aware, you're going to be able to have the best ways to control your emotions. What I mean, when someone does something that is very bad and you feel so mad, you won't cry. Why? You know how to control yourself and you're like, yeah, I'm mad, but there is
It's not worth
nothing
it,
much
yeah.
that is going to make me cry, because this happens to everyone. The second thing is that if you can control your emotions, you will not go into depression. You're not going to go into stress. If a teacher calls you and they're all like, I saw you coupling with the other guy, and you know it's not true, because you know how to control yourself, you won't reply back to the teachers, because you know they don't like that and they would get burdened to you. So if you can control your emotions, when your mom tells you, "Kwach the why is just one," and of course you were sleeping, you want back to them, you would rather discuss with them and tell them,
So
"I'm not-"
abanyeganga babagambye bozebi into they are not mentally fine.
they need to be mentally aware about
But
how
also,
should
I
check
think
themselves.
Rashida's submission about emotions is very important, because guys, why do you be crashing on someone day after day? For you, you're always crashing. You're indeed not mentally
They give
fine,
us
but
green signals.
green signals. Okay, so Rashida, why is mental health important?
This is so amazing. The best reason I would give is healthy relationships. When you're mentally healthy, you know how to maintain, emphasize, and communicate to your friends. When you're mentally healthy, you know how to keep good friends. You know, some small thing can piss you off, and then like you lose friends you have made in 7 years just because maybe someone told you the truth about yourself and you're failing to deny it because maybe you don't want to feel it onto yourself. But then we need those relationships, so you have to be mentally healthy. Then second of all is our general health. Oh my god, I have headaches, I don't get enough sleep, I have fatigue. You're not mentally well. First, like for example, my doctor tells me every time I go to visit him, you have many headaches because maybe you're thinking about things you cannot change. Thinking about things, and then sometimes people make up things in their minds. Where am I going to go for HSC? I want to go to this school. Oh my god, things that are stressing you, and you don't have to give them time. You have to like feel yourself, live life one day at a time. Yeah, that's what I can tell you.
Also, I think mental health is important because it influences how you're able to make decisions.
Yeah, true.
Because
Very true.
honestly, if you're delulu, you're going to make bad decisions. You're going to throw yourself into too much trouble.
True.
But also for purposes of personal growth, you know, the moment you have good mental health, the moment you're mentally healthy, you're going to grow as an individual. You're not going to be crashing here and there. You're not going to be getting angry for no
Why
good reason.
emphasizing that?
No, like, okay, I'm not against crashing and all, but some people overdo it. What do you mean you're crashing every
You
day?
gave us
And
green flag.
you change crashes all the time. But anyway, for the educated bit of it, how can we preserve our mental health? What can we do?
To my side, I feel like we can preserve our mental health through doing our hobbies.
Yeah.
You know, you like playing football, and that is all you need once you're stressed. If it is that, go for football. You like singing, go to the studio and bring up something. Sing, you know, scream out loud, jump, do your
swim.
hobbies. If your
But
hobbies,
Mariam, sometimes hobbies are too expensive. No swimming. I'm lucky I can't go for swimming. Give us some of those hobbies that can make you still feel good, but then you don't have like to spend a lot on
Hey,
them.
swimming.
swimming.
Get a basin and pour on yourself water.
Exactly. When you train,
It's the
go
same
out
experience.
and, you know, shower.
Play in the
Amazing,
rain.
amazing.
You don't have to bring too much unnecessary
On
pressure.
table,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, true,
So
very
the
true.
other thing you can do is to reach out to the people that make you comfortable. Me, I have friends that whenever I'm stressed, whenever I have something bothering me, I would immediately run to them. And when I run to them, I tell them what I'm feeling. They will give you the best advice, and you would feel so comfortable exposing something to someone you feel you're free with. That will give you, you know, this mindset of controlling yourself and, you know, being mentally aware.
So those that set their New Year resolution with cutting off people, where does that leave them?
Everyone has a role in your life, man.
Okay, yeah, that's very true.
So Rashida, what do you think we should do to preserve our mental health?
We as the Gen Zs, first of all, is you build healthy relationships with family and friends. Get people you can really talk to when you feel down. We can't blame anyone for feeling down or low, but then we blame you for not having one you're going to talk to. Then second of all, as I wrap it up, set healthy boundaries. Learn to say no to pressure, no to gossip, no to pornography, no to bad things. You'll feel good by your own self.
But being ambitious is very good, but
Yeah.
there is that too much ambition. I was going to drop a literature book, but I don't know whether very many people will tap. But also still in that same line, guys, if you want to be mentally fine, you want to reduce digital overload. Manange,
Yeah,
you
very
want to
true.
jump onto every challenge. You want to like. I'll save that.
Oh my god, oh my god.
No. I'll
Hope you're
save that.
not on me.
But no. But digital overload is something that is very bad. But also, if you want to preserve your mental health, learn how to express yourself. Learn to say no. Learn to say I can't do this. Learn to say I can't do that. Those are
Someone is
definitely.
on our next. We have to leave here and say ciao ciao.
Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.
Yeah, man. Walk in the room.